After land resources, we will start with the water resources. As I told you that soil as it is lengthy, so we will keep it for next week. Water resources, how land is important, very very important for us. Same way, water is also very important. Without water, we cannot stay a minute also. Water forms the basis of life. Life is possible because of the water. But 71% of the total surface area of the earth is covered with water. It is true. That is the reason our earth is called blue planet, because maximum it is covered with water. Land is very less. So 71% of the total surface area of the earth is covered with water, but still we don't get water. Why? Because most of the water on the surface of the earth is either ocean or seas, which gives us salty water or saline water, and it is not fit for the domestic purpose, not good for agriculture or industrial purpose. So we need either rainwater or river water, which is called fresh water or sweet water, that is very less in our earth. On the earth we can get maximum water, that is salty water, which is not fit for domestic use or agricultural or industrial. So now fresh water, out of the total amount of water, that is total amount is 71%. So about 3% is fresh water. Imagine how less it is. So that is the reason few places where water is not available. About 2/3 of this fresh water remains frozen. Now out of this 3%, 2/3 of this fresh water it remains frozen in the ice caps or the glaciers, mountainous region, especially Himalayan. Okay, Alps. So we are talking about the full world. So there it is frozen. So how we will get the water? Only about 1% of this fresh water available on the earth's surface, which is fit for us. So fresh water is the most precious natural resource. Why it is very precious for us? Because we have very less, although God has given, nature has given us lots and lots of water, but it is not fit for us. We have only two only 3% of fresh water. Out of that, 2/3 it is ice caps or glaciers. So only 1% we get it. Full world, imagine the population, imagine the cattle, imagine the industries, we have to handle with 1%. So definitely we have to preserve, we have to conserve the water resources. Now how we get the water, fresh water? One is from the groundwater, another one from the river and lake, and another is rainfall. So there are four ways from where we get fresh water. One is groundwater, maximum building, even I think so in your building also boring water is available, so that is groundwater. Then rivers and lakes, and rainfall. When rainfall is there during the monsoon season, we preserve it, we capture it. So that is the fresh water source. Rainwater is continuously recycled in nature through evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Evaporation, you know, these all words are used even in your science book, science also. So water, when it is heated, especially these ocean, seas, rivers, lakes, during the summer it evaporates. Then condensation, and again it comes back like a precipitation, rainfall. Thus the quality of water is fixed on earth. That is the reason somehow we can manage, because these waters, it is moving up, moving upwards, again it comes down, so it is possible. The purity and quality of water is a primary concern to human beings, as it is directly related to their domestic needs and economic activities. Just now I said that all those domestic activities, imagine washing clothes in ocean water, it is not possible, we need fresh water. Economic activities, any industry set up or anything, they need fresh water. For drinking water, we need fresh water. So the distribution of fresh water resource is highly uneven on the surface of the earth. The variation in the availability of fresh water is not only from season to season but also from region to region. We cannot think that okay, Rajasthan it gets very less rainfall, so definitely after summers, after monsoon, definitely they will get water. But no, it varies from region to region also. Where Ganga, its tributaries are available, definitely that part like UP, Bihar, West Bengal, their rivers are more, so automatically they will get more fresh water rather than Gujarat and Maharashtra and Rajasthan. So it not only it matters from season to season but also from region to region. Water scarcity has become a serious problem in the world, that you know very well. That is the reason we celebrate environment week, plant more trees so that we can get water, so and so, so and so. Most of the countries of Africa, West Asia, Australia, Western USA, and parts of South America face acute water shortage. Their water shortage is there. How? Africa. If we take the example of Africa, imagine the world map Africa, where 0 degree is there, 23.5 is also passing, and north as well as 23.5 south is also passing. Imagine the heat, and their main river is Nile. So how full Africa is a big continent after Asia, then second position is Africa. So how those people will get water? Same way West Asia. West Asia means Afghanistan, then Pakistan, these all places. Australia, snow is there, but fresh water. Western USA and the parts of South America face acute water shortage. So definitely because of the less number of river or lakes, then less rainfall, that is they are the reason why we have water shortage. And another reason of water shortage is whenever there is rainfall, we don't know how to conserve it. So these are the problems which we human beings face. At present, the demand for fresh water has increased due to population growth. Continuously population is growing. So how food is important for us, same way, or the more we can say water is important. So now we need more water to produce more food and cash crops to meet domestic needs and the rising standards of living. That I hope you can understand that agricultural land is required. If agricultural land is big, immediately that much water is needed. For animal, water is needed. For us, water is needed in many purposes. Water shortage is also caused by misuse, overexploitation, and contamination of water resources. Definitely, we misuse the water. Suppose we are cleaning vessels, the tap is open. We are, we like to take bath under the shower. So these all are misuse, I can say, over exploitation and contamination. All the factories, there all the wastage, it comes out and it directly goes to the ocean or seas, so automatically we are contaminating the water. The economic factors like the cost of supplying water to the dry regions also lead to acute shortage of fresh water. Maximum cost of the supplying water to the dry region, as the dry region does not get the water, so we are supplying water, so cost is the reason of the acute shortage of fresh water. In some areas of Asia and Africa, women and children have to walk long distances to bring water to meet their domestic need. Especially in our country, when we talk about there, Gujarat, few parts, few villages, Maharashtra, few villages, Rajasthan, they don't get everyday water. They have to walk for a mile and mile to get just to get the fresh water. So they carry pots, 2 3 pots on their heads, and especially women and children, because men they move out for some other work. So who will manage all those things? Women and children, they bring it. So we should preserve. Suppose we are getting water, we have to preserve for them, so that after our use, what all the extra water that we can supply to the area where arid region or the dry regions are there, so that they will also get. Now, water resources of India. What are the resources of water in India? The most important use of fresh water in our country is to irrigate the farmland. Irrigation, whenever the farms are there, agricultural land is there, irrigation we have to do. India gets plenty of rainfall from the monsoons, but it is not evenly distributed. How? It is not evenly distributed because the plains, there rainfall is possible because all the rivers are there. Plateau region, it is less rainfall than the plains. Coastal areas, eastern ghats as well as western ghat, we get maximum monsoon, sometimes twice also. But even the eastern parts of India also get plenty of rainfall, but the part of Rajasthan, it does not get. So it is not evenly distributed. Thus, some parts get flooded, Assam and all, Orissa flood, while other parts suffer from drought, Rajasthan. To solve this problem, we need to divert water from the water surplus region to water deficit region. So it is our duty to conserve and to preserve, so that that extra amount of water we can supply to the region where water is not there or less water is there. Since most of our rivers pass through a number of states, no state can singly handle this problem of water management. So rivers, they're originating from one place or one state, they're moving from another state, and they're going, so 2 3 states they are uh, passing. For example, Ganga, Himachal, then UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, then West Bengal. So these all states, they have to sit together if they really want to solve this problem. It is not only for one state. So these all states from where the river is flowing, they have to sit together and then they have to decide what to be done. To produce more food for our increasing population, we need adequate and timely supply of water. Whenever paddy is growing, at that time, if we will not give water or irrigation system is not proper, after paddy is done, there is no point of giving water. So timely supply of water and adequate water, it is important. This can be done through irrigation. The different sources of irrigation are canals, wells, tube wells and tanks. Now, how to do conservation of water resources? I know that you all know how to conserve the water resources, especially the fresh water, because we know many parts there shortage of fresh water is there, so we have to preserve it, right? So now we will see what in your textbook it is written, whether we can follow all those steps or not. In view of the present shortage of fresh water in many parts of the world, it has become necessary for us to conserve water and improve its quality. This can be done by adopting the following measures. Now we will see whether these all measures are really fruitful for us. First point, water is polluted by industries which discharge their waste products. We know that factories, when production is going on, the waste products, they through the pipeline, it directly reaches to the ocean or seas or rivers. So such as nitrates, what all things the discharge, nitrates which is very harmful for us, metals, pesticides. So this can be controlled by treating the impurities before releasing them into water bodies. So it is the duty of the industrialist or the holder of the industry that they should purify all those products so that less number of pesticide, less number of metal and all the nitrates, it will reach to the water bodies. Otherwise what will happen, those who like to have fish and the aquatic animals are there in the water bodies, they will die. So these all chemicals are really harmful. How it is harmful for us, same way it is harmful for the aquatic animals. So how to preserve them, we have to see to it that each and every natural things are safe. Another point is rainwater harvesting. It is very important method to save surface runoff. During the rainy season, maximum rainfall is there, so we can collect it. But how? If we are collecting, how to store it for future purpose? Maximum arid and semi-arid areas, people they practice. I'll tell you. Assam, we know their maximum rainfall is there, but still in those parts their bamboo trees, bamboo forests are there. So they cut down all those bamboos, then they make the pipe with that bamboo, and afterwards whenever they prepare their houses, at that time in such a way they fit so that the roof part it's connecting with that rain pipe, it is made with that bamboo, and from that bamboo it is the lower part, it is touching the ground where reservoir is there. So as rain starts, immediately when roof is covered with the water, directly all the water it passes through the bamboo and it reaches to the ground where the storage facility is there. Same way, even in Rajasthan, few places they also follow. They keep big pots, earthen pot, and there they store. So everywhere, every state, the state which are facing lack of water, they try to preserve, but we have to increase the preservation. Sprinklers, next point is sprinklers can be effectively used to irrigate the fields using less quantity of water. In the garden, we know those who go to the school, our school next, we cross the garden, immediately we see that sprinklers are there, from where a metal thing it is put up in that pipe, so that everywhere it will give water. There the way is, if 4 or 5 side the water is sprinkling, immediately all the plants and trees are getting water, as well as less amount of water is going, so they are called sprinklers. So instead of the hose pipe, we have to use the sprinklers. Then the last point, more trees should be planted. So we celebrate environment week, and this year we could not because of this problem. So more trees should be planted, as trees reduce surface runoff and recharge groundwater storage. Trees they have more power. Whenever there is rainfall, it collects the water, especially the big trees, banyan trees and all. They store it through their roots, it goes down and it is safe there. It cannot come up, the water storage. So groundwater, maximum buildings we are using groundwater. So if there is no rainfall, how groundwater will be preserved? So that is the reason nowadays groundwater also less. Every colony, every building may, you can see that boring facility is there. So boring means underground water. So underground water, first water we have to preserve, then only we will get water. So these are the ways how we can conserve our water resources. First we have to conserve, we have to preserve, then only we can utilize, we can use it. So protecting the available water sources from the pollution, that also we have to see. So these are the processes where we can conserve the water resources. Now here are two parts got over. Now your work is to read the sum up, from where it is called nutshell. All the important points are written here, and this way you have to study. First you have to read the lesson 2-3 times to get an idea, then the lesson sum up. And your assignment is tick the correct answers, fill in the blanks. These two things first you will complete, and next week when I will complete the soil resources, then I will give you short answers as well as the long answers.